Hello there. CriterioNate here. So I'm getting into character. As you know, we saw some really good movies this year. There are a lot of fantastic movies in the 301 to 400 set. But as predicted, there were some really crappy movies. Some movies that I couldn't stand. Some of these movies, it's not that I couldn't stand them, they just were not really that great. I mean, some of them suck. Major ass, And some of them are just weak, And so, thought now is the time to sit down with you guys and discuss them all, let you know how I feel. Obviously, you guys will have a different opinion because who am I to judge movies so low, judge all movies, who am I to judge a movie and give it a low rating when all movies deserve to be A's, apparently. Apparently every movie in the world, every movie in the Criterion Collection has to be perfect, is perfect. So. Anyway, so here we go. Let's get this crap over with. This is my worst 14 Criterion Collection movies from spine numbers 301 to 400. Let's get this over with. Number 14. Louis Malle's Lacombe Lucien. Now, in the Eclipse series, we had some great, documentaries. Louis Malle was the man. Movie-wise, just didn't seem to work out as well. Movies like, Au revoir les enfants is probably his masterpiece. Elevator to the Gallows with, Jeannie Moreau's looking stupid throughout the whole movie. But you got Miles, you cannot go wrong with Miles. Lacombe Lucien, on the other hand, is just a really weird movie about just this kid who seems really depressed and ends up joining the Nazis and rapes his girlfriend, and it's kind of annoying. Pretty annoying movie. Not sure what Miles, move was, but anyway, it's not the worst we've seen. So that's why it's low on the list. And that's all basically what I got to say. Basically, Megan and I had a joke where we would deadpan Lucien and Lacombe. We would just look at each other like, all right, I'm gonna Lacombe Lucien you. We'd be smiling, just a deadpan face, until one of us laughed, And so, anyway, Lacombe Lucien, not the worst movie, not the worst movie ever, but not the best. That's a fact. Number 13, Jean-Pierre Melville's Les Enfants Terribles. Now it's Jean Cocteau, so it's gonna be down there. Cocteau, I guess I can't really get behind much of what Cocteau put together, and this is no exception. These guys need to grow the fuck up. I remember their names, Elizabeth and Paul, I think. They're just, especially Elizabeth. I don't know what her problem is, but this was really hard to watch. Just, the only good thing about this movie is that, she kills herself at the end. Spoiler alert, So, there's that it has that going for it, Not like, they get away with it, or they get away with living, These terrible, terrible people die, get what's coming to them, if you will. So that's why it's, lower on the list, But it's still low on the list in general. So, anyway. Les Enfants Terribles, again, not a great movie. It's just, characters are stupid, and Number 12, G.W. Pabst's Pandora's Box. Now, I don't mind a silent movie. But when you've got one of those, sultry looking actresses like Louise Brooks in it, it brings me down. I just don't think it's not interesting anymore. Not interesting. Not one bit. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And I don't think she's attractive. I don't think she's sexy in the slightest. I don't know how that passed as sex back then. Bowl haircut, Beatles looking haircut, I mean, back then, of course, the Beatles weren't even a glint in their parents' eye. Who knew if the parents were a glint in their parents' eyes, But anyway, still. It just, Louise Brooks is annoying to look at. And, yeah, that's why, and there's so much of her, too. The movie's so damn long, too. So, yeah, Pandora's Box, right on down there. Number 11, Ingmar Bergman's The Virgin Spring. Now, of course, previous movies, reviews, I've said, there are some great Bergman movies. Smiles of a Summer Night, Wild Strawberries, Scenes from a Marriage, Fanny and Alexander. Bergman has proved to me that he can make a good movie, Even The Seventh Seal is not bad, It's confusing as all hell, but it's not bad. But The Virgin Spring is something entirely different. Mostly because of the rape scene. It's really, really uncomfortable to watch. And of course, he had every right to defend it, but that still doesn't make it easy to watch. And because of that, I can't give it a great rating, And yeah, it's just, and again, I think it's just bloated. It's just bloated with, with difficult things to watch and consider and blah, 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 blah. Bergman, you've done better. And I hope with all the movies we still have to see, I hope this is probably the lowest movie. Although, I don't know. I'd say maybe this might be the worst Bergman movie I've seen. I think maybe worse than Cries and Whispers, although Cries and Whispers is pretty bad. But yeah, so Virgin Spring down there. Bergman needs to stop putting rape scenes in his movies. There, I said it. Fight me. Number 10. Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger's The Tales of Hoffmann. What the hell is going on here? I just their love affair with Maura Shearer, is just, I think just went a little overboard in this movie. I mean, first of all, she's a weird looking woman, and her dancing kind of freaks me out. I mean, ballet is kind of one of those things that way girls dance, on the toes, it's freaky, how quick their legs are, just I don't know. And again, the story's weird. I mean, it's based on an old story, but still, I just think that the musical aspect of Powell and Pressburger just doesn't work as well. I mean, they prove that they can't do musical-related items with the fantastic theme song to I Know Where I'm Going, They don't know where they're going. No. And neither does the Tales of Hoffmann. Number 9. Louis Malle's Murmurs of the Heart. Or Murmur of the Heart, rather. Yeah, this is probably the worst. This is definitely the worst Louis Malle film I've seen, of all of them yet. I mean, there's still plenty to go right now. I'm sure it's probably better than Damage. I've seen Damage, and that's not in the Criterion Collection. I'd say probably that's his worst film. Although, I don't know, Pretty Baby. I haven't seen all Pretty Baby, but, do you really want to see naked 12-year-old Brooke Shields? Really? But for now, Criterion-wise, Murmur of the Heart's the worst. I mean, yeah. Do you want to see child, do you want to see child porn, or do you want to see child porn, or romanticized child porn in Murmur of the Heart, he didn't, any movie that romanticizes incest between a mother and her son, kind of needs to reevaluate their, their own thing, Yes, and that's why Murmur of the Heart was probably the worst Mal film I've seen that is in the Criterion Collection right now. So there. Although his love for Charlie Parker is why it's not any higher. It's low, but it's high. It's sort of in the middle. So great job, Mal. I'm glad you dig jazz too. Number 8. Wait. Number 8. How the hell do you say this guy's name again? Krzysztof Kieslowski's The Double Life of Veronique. I don't care. I honestly don't. I don't really fucking care. This movie was just kind of dumb. Pretty dumb. Just the actress was annoying. I thought the first part was annoying as all hell. Just girl stands out in the rain and gets rained on and smiles like an idiot, like a turkey. And then she presses her face against the window and just, and then she dies and comes back as a French girl, and I don't know, just really dumb stuff. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of dumb stuff, as you can tell, and this movie just with the dual. I mean, it's not like an obscure Object of Desire where they have two characters who are supposedly connected. They have one character played by two actresses. That's the dumbest shit, Yeah, so there is that. More on Buñuel in a little bit. Stay tuned. Number 7. Jane Campion's An Angel at My Table. Carrie Fox broke the rule. As I mentioned in that review, she broke one of the cardinal rules. If you suck penis in one of your movies for real, you are not going to look too highly on my list. And so because of that, I couldn't give this movie a great rating. I mean, the story is fine. I mean, the story about Janet Frame, or I forget her name, Janet Frame, I think, the author, there's nothing wrong with that, just miscast, horrendously miscast, and it's really long too. It's a really, really long movie. I think it drags on way too long for my taste. So yeah, again, Carrie Fox sucks, literally, and yeah, the movie's bloated. And while we're at it, let's go and jump on to the next one, which just so happens to be directed by the same director. Number 6, Jane Campion's Sweetie. I rank this one a little lower. I mean, as much as I bashed on An Angel at My Table, Sweetie's probably a little worse because that soundtrack with that a cappella group is really grating. The story just makes no sense. Sweetie, the girl who marries the guy and plants the tree I can't believe they're sisters. It's really unbelievable. Sweetie is a likable character for me personally, because characters like that fuck shit up, I don't know, there's something about those kind of characters that, I kind of get behind that. That being said, again, soundtrack sucks. The imagery is a little annoying. The camera angles, not great stuff. I don't think we have any more Jane Campion. I mean, I do believe we have at least one more of her film. So we'll figure out the trifecta, figure out what the ranking is in due time. But until then, Sweetie is the worst. Number 5, Jean-Luc Godard's Masculine Feminine. It's about time we got to the Godard movie, because you knew it was up there. I knew it had to be a top 5, but this one wasn't bad because it had the great Jean-Pierre Léaud. Jean-Pierre Léaud? Oh my god, I can't remember his name. Jean-Pierre Léaud, right? Yeah, Jean-Pierre Léaud. Yeah, that dude, because he's because his role as Antoine Daniel, rocks my socks. So when I saw he was in a Godard movie, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and like this. But but again, it's Godard. It's got the stupid intertitles. It's got the stupid French singer singing the stupid songs. Yeah, it's Godard. It's not good. I don't really feel like I need to say anymore, so I won't. Number 4. Maurice Pilat's A New Amour. I couldn't stand this movie. Just the whole, sexualization of a 16-year-old girl. Just, this is the stupidest shit. I mean, everybody just eats this shit up, And it's funny, because just the other day, I was at work and somebody checked it out, and I wanted to say something to them. I wanted to warn them, But I couldn't, because, they're entitled to their own opinion. I just hope that they believe in it more than I do, which is none. I don't believe in this movie at all. So, yeah, not good stuff. I'm not a fan of these sexy underage movies, so this is right up there. Right up there. It's a dumb movie. End of story. Number 3. Luis Buñuel's Veridiana. Buñuel, you will not make a good movie, will you? You will always disappoint me, won't you? You will always disappoint me. Good God, you fucking idiot. Oh God, the uncle pretends to rape his niece, and then she's basically resigns herself to her fate to have a threesome with her cousin and his girlfriend or something. I don't know, but it's just... Oh God, Veridiana, you let me down. And I so thought that Veridiana was going to be a strong, independent woman, fight back. Nope, not as much. She's just they let all the beggars just take over the house and rape each other and just fuck each other and just dumb, stupid ass shit. Fuck it all. Speaking of fucking, number 2. Dusan Makavajev's W.R. Mysteries of the Organism. Oh, God. No. This movie just... I knew I wasn't going to like it. But the question is, how much was I not going to like it? I did not want to see a bunch of people having orgasms, or finding themselves, I mean, the whole subplot of the woman who lives, and gets decapitated was a distraction, but then she starts talking with her head on the plate, and I'm like, fuck, no, don't just let her die. Don't try to preach to me about shit when she's gone with the grave. Oh no, please, just don't. Fuck. And the number 1 worst film between 301 to 400. In fact, the worst film in the Criterion Collection, probably of all time. The one that they really should have fucking slept on. Dusan Makavajev's Sweet Movie. I don't want to talk about this movie. I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. I feel like I said enough in my review, so I'm just going to leave it at this movie is a piece of shit. It sucks. End of story. That's all you need to know. If you need to know more, Just go watch the review, the half hour. I ranted about it for a half hour. I told you all about it in that, so this fucking sucks. And there you have it. 14 really shitty movies. Well, 14, some bad, some horrendous. Yeah. So yeah, it was, but again, a lot of good movies this season, in all honesty. It was a little difficult to pick 14, you know. I basically just kind of looked at my ratings and said, okay, well, the lowest 14 are going to go in, you know. I made a few changes, or a couple of movies that, you know, I rethought my ratings and, you know, kind of jiggered around. I thought, is that really that bad? You know, would I much rather see this one or that one? Which one's really worse than the other, you know? So I had to jigger my list around a bit, but I'm happy with this one. I'm happy with the crap I picked, you know? So there is that. So anyway, all we have left is the best, and that'll be fun, and that'll take a little while for me to make. I'm slowly starting to work on it. Got some of the DVDs, and you'll hopefully see that one sooner or later. Hopefully we will not end. It won't be too long before we can erase this video from the most recent list, you know. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't watch any of the movies on this list. That's the greatest moral. I can let you know. And we'll see you soon for the top 28, the best of the best. One where I can smile throughout the whole video, hopefully, you know, instead of just looking fucking miserable like Lucien Lacombe. Get it? Anyway, until then, goodbye.